Welcome to the beautiful Pin Mill in Suffolk, the main filming location of the episode Ducking and Diving. Now, as you can see, only one of Eric's Uncle Jack's garages still survive. The second one, where the truck was hidden and spray painted, has since been removed. We are now at the pathway that Eric and Tinker are walking along as they head off with their picnic to the boat. Slightly overgrown here, as you can see, but everything remains the same, which is nice. And they'll head off down here. We now come to the section where Eric and Tinker are having their lunch on the boat. There's a little bit of a drop here as you step down, and you can see Tinker do a bit of a spring in the episode, but there's no boat here now, but it would have been right here in front of us around where these wooden sticks were, and they're interrupted by shooting out on the water, and by the magic of TV, when Tinker is yelling out to them, they are actually on the marshes in Tollesbury. Visigoths! We are now inside the pub. This view will look familiar. This fireplace is where Dennis sits with Chief Inspector Sharp and his eye in Lovejoy, and we also see this from the different view when Lovejoy, Eric and Tinker leave and say goodbye to Dennis as they go. And here's the window and table and chairs that we see on many occasions throughout this episode. It's where Lovejoy sits and waits for the tide to come in. They're all sitting here divvying out the money, and also towards the end of the episode when they hear that Eric is leaving. And here is the bar where the legendary Warren Mitchell stood behind, telling people that he only had 2 pairs of arms. As Charlie pulls away, Tinker comes out the door here and turns to face to Eric and says, "Nimrod, how did the hunt go?" I am now at Tollesbury in Essex, out on the marshes, which is a location for some scenes shooting the ducks out on the estuary. Now, this place has changed drastically over the years. There's been improvements to sea defences and some jetties have been removed, and of course the tide's out, which doesn't help, because obviously when it's in, some of these tributaries and the marshes are completely covered and only certain sections can be seen, which makes it easy to pinpoint. But we can pinpoint where the car was parked. DI Sharp and Dennis park up somewhere around here. Now, the giveaway is, if you look very closely in the scene, it's a very quick shot, you see that there's a kind of inlet that takes you off round that way. The only other place that could possibly have been is here, and that bends round the corner that way, so there's no inlet as such. But anyway, also behind us here is a sluice gate and sewage plant, so they wouldn't have filmed nowhere there. And if you look behind them in the shot, you see a field of rapeseed, and that would have been here. So they'll come running up the mound, and the view that they'll get will be along here. Now, what's helpful is when they are in their boats, you can see Mersey Island in the background. You can see some yachts going past on the open water. Some really funny scenes, especially when Eric drops the gun. Charlie catches Lovejoy smirking and threatens to wipe the smile off of his face via his lawyers. And then, as if by magic, we are back in Pin Mill. Now, Eric's Uncle Jack's pub is meant to be in Tollesbury in the episode, so it's nice that they came back down here and done some filming in reality. Now if you listen very quietly on the wind, you can hear Charlie yelling Lovejoy's name. Thanks for joining me.